Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rاتناريا Wahid, and I did this paper together with Dr. صباح and Dr. which is also from University of Malaysia. This is basically based on my research sponsored by the Malaysian government, which is particularly on MOOCs and its importance and its relevance to Islamic Jerusalem as well. The title of my paper is From Both Sides of the Coin, Virtual Education in Liberating Knowledge. So my area of research is basically on intellectual property, but I will focus my presentation on virtual education and its role of liberating knowledge. I will just give a brief outline of what I'm going to touch in my presentation. Basically, I'll just give some introduction, what is virtual learning in the modern world that we have today, the importance of Jerusalem in this research, and also to the Muslim as a whole. Jerusalem at the heart of Israel-Palestinian conflict, Islam and its emphasis on knowledge. I will go further on the great Islamic civilization and also the great Islamic conquest and what is the way forward for us, and a bit of a conclusion. Okay, basically as an introduction, as we know now, universities or higher education institutions are actually using a lot of technology in our teaching and learning, right? So educational institutions actually utilize technology to disseminate knowledge. We can get information very quickly, very easily, and very speedily, and sometimes free from cost. So university or higher education institutions, especially in a developed country, has been using technology to disseminate knowledge. This is also happening in other parts of the world, also in developing countries, also in Malaysia and other places. As respects to virtual learning actually refers to a lot of things. Some call it e-learning, some call it online learning. It has a lot of terms. But basically, it refers to education which is primarily delivered over the internet, meaning that you can read or get information or get knowledge just from the internet. And internet you can also access not only from the computer, but you can also access from your Android or iPhone or anything. So it is very easy to get education. How it is made is because these tools actually incorporate text. You can read the text or documents, and you get the sound, you get images, and various other tools to attract students' attention. So basically, higher education institutions not only disseminate knowledge, but they use all this to attract the attention of the people. So why do we use the technology? It is basically because it is very in cost. It is to reduce the cost. It is to increase the productivity, and also to enable future expansion of our students. Sometimes, if we just lecture in class like this, I can only deliver my message to only like 50 of you. But if I use the internet, if I use my deliver my messages in the internet, I can reach even those who are in the US, in the UK, in Malaysia, and also in Palestine as well, if they have the internet connection, of course. Okay, now basically I will introduce you to MOOCs. I'm not sure whether all of you have seen this before, but this is actually a very new development in our education system. By MOOCs, it means massive. Okay, MOOCs refers to massive. We can reach a lot of students. By massive, I don't say it's just 100, not 200, but thousands of students out there we can reach by using these MOOCs. And it is open. Open meaning that the content is online. So it is open for everybody to access the content. Online, we need to have an internet connection. We have to use it online. Without internet connection, this is actually not possible. And this is courses. MOOCs also refers to any courses or syllabus that are made by the lecturers or any institutions and any students from all around the world can enroll in this MOOC program. So it is open registration, everybody can join, and it is self-paced. If you like this, maybe you like to learn about public speaking, how to communicate in front of the audience. So you just go to the internet and find courses on MOOCs which refers to public speaking, for example. Then you can learn from them. Or, for example, you like to know something about okay, sorry for the break. But it is self-paced, meaning that when you want to learn certain courses, for example, you don't need to be here. At 2:15, you have a presentation or you have to listen to a lecture. You don't have to do that. You can listen to my lecture, maybe if I put it on MOOCs. It is self-paced. You can listen at 3 a.m. or 3 p.m. or when you are playing with your kids. So it is very self-paced. And the role of instructor is minimum. It is more towards the students who have to do a lot of thinking and digesting the information. And it is real-time interaction. Normally in MOOCs, although you do not get to see the lecturer physically, it is online, but you get to email them and chat with them using the web tools. And normally this is free of charge. You don't have to pay for the tuition or etc. Unless there are some other things that you need to use, then you have to pay. And it is open content, like I said before. It is open to everybody who are interested. Okay, how does these MOOCs relate to importance of Islamic Jerusalem? According to Al-Isra, Ayat 1, glorified be he who carried his blessed servant in the span of a night from the sacred mosque to the Aqsa mosque, whose surroundings we have blessed, so that we may show our servant signs of our glory. Verily he is all hearing, all seeing. So although we are really in awe about the technology that we have today, but we have to go back to our tradition and remember that Allah has already sent Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam from Mecca to Baitul Maqdis, also to heaven and beyond, even in one night. Although we said, hey, this is very special, I can click and then send my messages to the rest of the world, but actually in Islam this has been happening a long time ago with Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam during the Isra Mi'raj. And this actually emphasizes the importance of Jerusalem to us as Muslims, when it is established as the first Qibla for all the Muslims. And it also relates Jerusalem to Mecca, which is also a very important thing in the life of the Muslim. Okay. However, unfortunately, Jerusalem now is at the heart of Israel-Palestinian conflict. The expansion has been going on since 1967, and there are a lot of grave violations of human rights principles. We can see a lot of the aggressions through the media, and it does not care whether it's a man, it's a woman, children, or old folks. So it is very unfortunate for us to have Jerusalem in this kind of situation nowadays. But why does this happen? Why is it has been prolonging so long time ago and we couldn't even settle it? So if we look at the chart, we are actually more than Christian based on the population of the world. So Christian is 28% and Muslim is 29%. This is based on can't remember, it's in my paper, the references. So actually we are a lot in terms of quantity, but in terms of trying to stop these grave violations of human rights, we are unable to do so. And why does this happen? I believe that this is because the lack of knowledge that we have today. Although a Muslim country is actually good and developing, however, they lack a proper infrastructure and needs for education. Research has shown that Muslims country lack proper needs and infrastructures. Maybe they don't have enough quality education for the students. They do not have proper infrastructure. Some even doesn't go to school. So this is the problem that we have with Muslims today. But this is totally against what Islam has taught us. Islam has emphasis on knowledge direct from the first verse that they actually deliver to us. Iqra, they ask us to read, recite, and understand the ilm or the knowledge. So it is actually a duty of a Muslim to acquire knowledge. It is a duty. And even Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he always prayed that, oh Allah, grant him knowledge, right? So it is actually a challenge, not just to have knowledge, but it is a challenge to get a good knowledge as well. If we look at the history, we are very respected in terms of architecture, design, infrastructure, mathematical concepts, celestial globe, physicians, geographers. All of this actually come from Muslim civilizations and Muslim history. And it was actually, when people copy what we have, it is a term of, it is like we are actually respected and recognized. But this does not happen today, unfortunately. And also in terms of the great Islamic conquest, we can see our Muslims warriors, Muslims armies are very well equipped in their cavalry, ample resources, strategic thinking, creative thinking. I went to see the historical site that you have in Turkey today, and I was really impressed on how brave, how faithful, and how knowledgeable they are in terms of trying to conquer the city at that time. So it is actually based on the knowledge that they have. And how do we utilize knowledge? How does the people previously have utilized and use the knowledge? They actually preserve the knowledge in the conquered territory. They don't do away, they use it for their own benefit. And they use the knowledge of diplomacy, international relations to forge a peaceful coexistence with other countries. So you see that there's a zebra and a lion, but they can still live together peacefully. So this is what Muslims have also need to do today, how to develop a peaceful coexistence with other races and other religions. And they use knowledge and wisdom to capture the mind and heart of the people. We cannot just use aggression, but we also have to use the knowledge and to capture the heart of the people. And the way forward, it is also important for all of us to acquire knowledge and information. But when I refer back to the MOOCs that I said today, MOOCs is actually open. The free courses is open, but basically it is more dominated by the Western. We can use it. There is a concern that MOOCs is another form of neo-colonialism. MOOCs is actually originated from the USA. They built MOOCs and they open it to everybody in the world to learn. And this is, they will bring their own ideas, their own content, the Western influence, Western disruptors. And this will reflect Western mainstream trends, methodologies, assumptions, and so on. So, it is important that we are not really attracted to MOOCs, but on the other hand, we have to also remember what are our real Islamic teaching. And the way forward here is the technology offers potential for Muslims. I believe that MOOCs is a very good potential for us, the lecturers here, and lecturers from other Islamic countries, to give their lecture or syllabus to other people who do not benefit the information. Oops, sorry. But then we have to creatively blend the modern language with Islamic teaching, and we put it online so that many people out there can learn. And there should be a strategic thinking on how to attract the students towards your courses, so that they will go to your courses and learn Islam and try to develop more Muslims. And it is also a need for collaborative effort among fellow Muslims to make this work. And as a conclusion, it is the role of knowledge is totally important, and history have shown that Muslims has been very active in participating in the transmission of knowledge, meaning that they transmit knowledge, they don't just keep it within themselves, but they try to distribute it among the other fellow Muslims. And we need to recapture the glory of historic achievement by utilizing technology towards intellectual advancement that could help liberate Islamic Jerusalem. So, thank you. Assalamualaikum.